how's your boyfriend lucky to have you? You're fucking your boss. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated?
You cannot out-train a bad diet.
Never believe everything a woman tells you. She will always leave something out. You're always broke because you spend your money on dumb shit every month. If you've only slept with 5 guys, then why was it so easy to fuck you?
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 196th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. We are brought to you in part by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet, for a caffeine-free energy burst. With productivity and mood enhancement, go to happyhippoherbals.com today and get your hands on the best kratom around. It is Thursday, February 18th, 2018. I can't believe, I'm sorry, February 1st, 2018. Guys, I literally almost just said it's already February 18th. Like, what the fuck? Let's try this again. It is Thursday, February 1st, 2018. We are simulcast. We are simulcasting. We are broadcasting simultaneously on 2 YouTube channels, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Instagram is where I have my pre-show Q&A, so be sure to jump on that. Usually lasts about 10 or 15 minutes before I go live, sometimes a little shorter than that, just really depending upon how quickly I get things done. I try to get all my shit out of the way, like walking my dogs, getting them fed. Sometimes I wait till after the show, but I don't like feeding my dogs after the show. I don't like walking my dogs after the show. I like being able to just come on here, do the show, and get the fuck out of here and begin to relax. So usually pre-show Q&A is about, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes, ideally. You guys can always ask any questions. It's the one time where you can get free question and answer show advice from me. Otherwise, my consults are $60 an hour, $30 for half an hour. So to get a little bit of one-on-one time with your boy for absolutely free, follow me on Instagram, The Sharp Reality, no spaces, all one word. You guys can support the show via Super Chat, or you can contribute through my donation link that I am putting into the chat as we speak. www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp, where 100% of your donation goes directly to the show. I never mind if you guys donate via Super Chat. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. But if you want more of your cash to come directly to the towers, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp is absolutely the best way to do that. Shout out to Eric P with the $5 super chat. Says a good start for the tip jar in February. So Eric P is the very first super chatter here in the month of February. Appreciate that. Clara Kiev asks, what's the best 1821 product to lay your beard down for black men? If you only, and again, the products from 1821 Man-Made are not cheap. They're not expensive, but they're not cheap. And the reason for that is because they work. They're high quality. The paste, the pomade, and the clay. I have all 3. Obviously, they're a sponsor of the show, so they send me all this stuff for free. I've tried them all. I've tried them all individually. I find that a combination of the 3 works the best. But if you're looking for one to help to lay down your beard, I would recommend the paste. If you can afford 2, I would go with paste pomade. But if you're looking for your beard to look as good as mine, I would go all 3. I'd go all 3. You guys can see that my beard is not sloppy. And again, listen, man, I don't like to go with the extra crispy look where the lines are so razor sharp that in a couple of hours it looks sloppy because they've grown a little bit. No, I make sure my beard looks good. You can see that the hairs lay down very nicely. You guys can see my beard is thick, it's dense, it's full, it's got depth. I'm not extra crispy all the time. I do like the look, but, listen, man, I'm not David Ortiz traveling around with a barber all the goddamn time. I got to keep it real. So 1821manmade.com is where I get that stuff squared away. Shout out to my man, Bob in Sacramento, who once again this afternoon made a $40 contribution. One of these days, I'm gonna tally up what he has contributed to the show. He's a longtime contributor of TSR Live, and honestly, man, he's donated damn near $600 to the show. So shout out to Bob in Sacramento, TSR Tower's #1 donor, #1 benefactor. I always appreciate that there. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to it, guys. Let me take a drink here. First, let's make sure that everything is a go. Looks like all 5 channels, both channels. Excellent. Looking good there. Looking good on Twitter as well. Excellent. Let's get to it, guys. I talk a lot about the advantages of dating white girls as opposed to fucking with black chicks all the time, right? Anybody who listens to my show knows how I feel about that. I talk about how white girls are less selfish. They're much more generous, much more feminine. They do more in bed. They treat you better, etc., etc. But you have to understand that dating white girls and approaching them are 2 very, very different things. Now, I'm in a long-term relationship with a white girl myself. But when you go from a casual fuck buddy arrangement to a committed relationship, the rules change a little bit. Well, I don't want to say that the rules change, but there are certain things that change with regards to both you and the girl, obviously, right? But before you're in a relationship with a white girl, you have to take the first step. You've got to approach her first. And there are a lot of differences in the mindset of a white woman when they are approached by black men as opposed to white guys or, Hispanic guys, or Asian guys or Indian guys. Really any other race for that matter. White girls put different races of men in generally the same category. They're all a little bit different, but other races of men are generally in the same category except for black men. We're in a different category as far as white girls are concerned. Now, this isn't good or bad or better or worse. It just is. That's just how it is. And really, guys, knowing and understanding these differences can really help to increase your success with white girls if you know what they're thinking when you approach them. Strike up conversation, get the digits, etc. Let me move over here. I need to get into the middle of the screen. I'm all about the aesthetics of my show, guys. I never want to look like I'm too far over. My microphone is not cooperating with me right now. So forgive me, this is bad radio, but I got to get this right. Damn, my microphone is not cooperating with me right now. Anyway. Yeah, this is bad radio. Actually, let me just move this. No, let me move it over a little bit. There we go. There we go. I try to make sure I'm directly in the middle of the screen. Anyway. Now, as you guys know, I have fucked a shitload of white girls. But again, in order to fuck these bitches, I had to approach them first, right? Obviously. And all the years of approaching white girls, dating them, fucking them, and so forth, I started to notice a few obvious patterns, right? There were some things that were advantages and some things that were not quite as advantageous as one might think. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to talk about a few situations in terms of the mindset of white girls when they get approached by black men. And what I'll also do is I'll point out the pros and cons of each of those situations and how it applies to us. And the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because a lot of you guys tell me, you guys write me on Twitter, Facebook, you guys email me. A lot of guys say pretty much the same thing, right? They say, I haven't had much success with white girls and I'm starting to wonder why. Well, tonight's episode will give you guys some rock solid insight on why this is and will definitely will help you to convert at a higher rate and start fucking more of these broads. I've got somebody on Instagram who wants to join my live video. Dude, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Dude, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from. Like, dude, you gotta listen. Donovan Sharp, ROK@gmail.com. I gotta know who you are, what you're about. I gotta make sure you're not trying to use me as some sort of, building block or whatever. Guys, if you want to be on, I know there are a lot of you guys out there who want to be on my show. Dude, listen, man. Like, I get a lot of these requests. I can't, there are only a few people I fuck with, man. I fuck with O'Shea, I am, Troy Francis, who else? O'Shea, Duke Jackson, obviously, Alan Roger Curry, Minister Jap. Like, I can't, and I'm not trying to be a dick here, guys, but I don't trust people I don't know anything about. Like, that's how that goes. So you can't just come at me and request to be on my live Instagram video or hit me up. Hey, Donovan, I'd like to be on your show. No, man, like I gotta know who you are and what you're about before you do that. So whoever you are on Instagram, like cancel that, because it's not happening here. And listen, I might sound like a dick because I am. So let me retract that statement. I said, well, I don't want to sound like a dick. Yeah, you know what? I do want to sound like a dick. My time and my audience is very valuable to me. And if you want to get in, my inner circle, man, it takes a lot more than just a fucking request. You don't just get something you ask for. Anyway, yeah, I did want to sound like a dick to discourage that fuck from doing that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. The first thing, white girls assume that black men are natural alpha males. While most white men in the Western Hemisphere have to prove their sexual fitness to a woman, at least on the alpha fuck side of what we like to call hypergamy, there is more or less an unspoken sentiment that black men who are at or near the extreme poles in terms of financial hierarchy, wealthy and poor, are natural alpha males, right? Listen, the hip hop culture, the ghettos, black professional athletes, all of those guys make compelling arguments for this assumption, but the truth is nobody really knows for sure. Well, the advantage to being assumed or having white girls assume that we are natural alpha males just because we're black is that this assumption will push women to shit test as a form of confirmation as opposed to discovery or qualification. Now, they'll poke and they'll prod just a little bit to make sure that you live up to the perceived reputation, right? The assumed black alpha male. And to what degree really depends upon your frame. Sometimes if she picks up beta traits, now she's going to start to shit test you in different ways. But when you're a black man, white girls shit test you again as a matter of confirmation rather than qualification. She's just poking and prodding. Oh, okay, yep, he's an alpha male. I'm gonna suck his dick tonight, or I'm definitely gonna fuck him. But all things considered, white girls tend to give black men the benefit of the doubt as far as alpha congruency are concerned. Their shit tests more or less are a little bit more benign, at least from the onset of, your courtship hollering at her. Now, the disadvantage to this assumed advantage is that if you do fail a shit test, you are beyond finished, gentlemen. When everything around a woman tells her that a certain type of male has natural alpha tendencies, her pussy is going to dry up like the Nevada fucking desert if you show even trace amounts of being a simp, trace amounts of thirst, trace amounts of beta male tendencies. Trust me when I tell you, there is nothing more attractive than a black beta male. This is why, and I can't blame black women for this in this regard. When a simp ass nigga, like when they know a simp ass nigga, a lame ass nigga tries to approach them, they're like, nigga, you are lame. You're unattractive. Why are you coming at me? Well, this is because black men have that assumed alpha advantage to black women and white women. This is just how this is. And if you come at her like some Keith Sweat wannabe, dude, she's going to blow your ass out. And I can't say I blame her. Now, personally, most times when I failed even a single shit test, guys, I have rarely been given a chance to redeem myself, if at all. Even when my game was airtight to that point, if I failed even the slightest shit test, right, I could almost see the attraction drain out of her body. Now, even though black men seemingly have this assumed alpha advantage when approaching, the margin for error, guys, is razor thin, guys. Again, speaking from personal experience, guy, getting blown out for the slightest missteps, that motivated me to tighten up my game rather quickly and effectively, but only because I was highly motivated to be successful with girls. Okay? Thinner skinned men often drop out at this stage of the red pill because the sheer volume of rejection early on, it discourages them to the point where, like, dude, fuck this. I'm tired of getting blown out. I can't approach women at this rate. I'm not going to do it anymore. The second situation is that white girls expect black men to try to fuck them on the first date. Oh, yes. And you want to know something? That's actually not a myth. Like, listen, if niggas get with white girls, like, if we get the digits, we trying to fuck. Like, no. I ain't waiting for no second date. right? Like I'm not doing that. Now, I've done episodes on why you should never let me fuck you on the first date if you want to take me seriously. Baby girl, I'm going to try. Like for serious. Like if you're an 8 and you're a white girl and I get the digits, oh yeah, I'm trying to get them panties. Believe that. Now, the natural alpha myth, right? Impressed upon white women about black men, that sets a lot of expectations in terms of what to expect when being approached by us, right? They'll assume that we're going to be fearless, we're going to be bold, we're going to be forthright, which we are. They also expect black men to escalate the interaction towards sex more quickly and more directly. Like, we're making no bones about it. Now, the advantage to this is that, it takes a tremendous amount of pressure off of us. Knowing that women expect us to try to fuck them, this means that if they're receptive to the game, that you're spitting at them, when they give up the digits and don't flake out on the ensuing, arranged meetup, guys, they are straight up down to fuck, man. Listen, knowing what they know, if a white girl gives up the digits and she agrees to meet you at the bar and then is waiting for you to invite her to come up to see your vintage record collection, oh yeah. Those panties are coming off if they're not already. Now, the disadvantage to this, guys, day game is extremely difficult. I'm here to tell you. It is not easy to work past the slut shields of women who hold this assumption. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's not impossible. But believe me when I tell you, I'm telling you, razor sharp, ultra smooth game is absolutely necessary when attempting to strike up a seemingly innocuous conversation with a hot girl in order to build trust and build attraction. Now, granted, most men, regardless of race, have to do this anyway, as good-looking girls usually assume that the reason most men talk to them is to fuck them. Like, we get it. But they're damn near 100% of the intent when being chatted up by a black dude. So they fortify their defenses accordingly, right? And again, it's not that they're trying to push you. It's not that they're trying to push you away. But if you approach a white girl during the day, she knows you are trying to fuck. You don't even have to make it clear why you're talking to her, right? Listen, if a good-looking white girl, if a nigga like me walks up on a good-looking white girl, hi, I'm Donovan. You are? Well, my name is Susan. Well, dude, she knows I am trying to fuck. I'm not here to talk about the weather. I'm not here to talk about juicing or weightlifting. Nah, I'm trying to strike up conversation. I'm trying to get the digits. I'm trying to be up in them guts. I'm trying to fuck. That's how that is. Now, this presumption puts all of our cards out on the table. At this point, women can either fold or they can double down right then and there. Because in their minds, like I said, sex is inevitable when they meet up with a black man. But like I said before, it is a major plus on the alpha fuck side of hypergamy, which leads me to my next observation, which I will get to after the halfway point of the show. Follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. You guys can like my Facebook page, TSR Live with Donovan Sharp, and you can add me as well. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp. The Sharp Reality, no spaces, all one word, is where you can find me on Instagram. You can also find the TSR archive on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play app on your mobile device, and of course right here on YouTube. For all things Donovan Sharp, go to DonovanSharp.com. There you will also find the TSR archive. Every episode from the beginning, which includes Sharp Shorts, TSR Sports Talk, The Sharp Reality, and of course, all 196 editions of TSR Live. You can also access the columns I've written for Return of Kings and NegroManosphere.com under the Articles tab. I've got over 170 articles posted between the two sites since 2013, so if you want a solid supplement to the show, you've got a 5-year archive at your disposal. Be sure to sign up for the TSR newsletter to keep up with the show. The weekly newsletter will review the previous week's episodes, keep you updated on upcoming guests and projects as well as future events. Just go to the bottom of my homepage, DonovanSharp.com, plug in your email address, and you're good to go. Don't worry, guys. We respect your privacy, so we will not sell your information. We will not spam you. Also, keep in mind, if for whatever reason they decide to delete everything I own on the internet, signing up for the newsletter will allow you to keep in touch with me in order to find out where I'm going to appear next. So sign up for that newsletter. It is time for the Check of the Towers. See who's in the towers tonight, and the Check of the Towers is brought to you by 1821manmade.com. I'm on the air every day, guys. So you know my beard game has to be on point. That's why I do not use any other products on my facial hair but the paste, pomade, and clay from none other than 1821manmade.com. My beard has never looked better. It's never been healthier. It's never smelled better. My girl loves it, and so will yours. So go to 1821manmade for your best beard ever. 1821manmade.com. Do not take any wooden nickels. All right, so it looks like the guy who wanted to come on to the show with me, it looks like he had a question about a girl. It says, woman I've been dating for some months now is upset because I replied cold. Now she's pulled away. What to do? You're gonna have to give me a little more detail on that. Listen, you got to give me a little bit more detail on that. But I can tell you what you shouldn't do is if she's pulled away, don't reward her for. Matter of fact, you know what? Pull Dread Game on her. Pull Dread Game. If you've listened to me, if you know what Dread Game is, then yeah, go Dread Game. Go completely dark on her for 24 hours. That changes the perspective of a woman. Now, if you pull Dread Game, whatever your name is on Instagram, you have to be ready to walk away because she may call your bluff. Oh, really? He's not going to call or text me? I'm not going to call or text him. And at that point, whoever blinks first loses. If she calls you back or texts you back, you're in the driver's seat. But if after 24 hours you say, well, what's wrong? What did I do? Dude, she's going to continue sucking the cock of whoever's cock she was sucking before she pulled away. And let's keep it real. If your girl is pulled away, she's probably fucking somebody else. Matt Forney famously wrote an article called All Girls Have Sex Within 24 Hours of a Breakup. And it is 1,000% true. And if you replied cold, that's ridiculous. That to me sounds like an excuse to pull away. It sounds like she was probably looking for a reason to pull away in the first place and gave you some bullshit reason. Oh, you replied cold, so I'm going to pull away. Bitch, fuck you. That's my advice to you. Hit me on Donovan Sharp, ROK@gmail.com, and give me a little bit more detail, and hopefully I can help you out a little. All right, let's see who's in the towers tonight. Big Wute Samaj in the house. Contrarian Expatriate says he gives a thumbs up on the subject alone. Contrarian Expatriate, longtime listener of mine. You've been there since episode 1, my friend. Since episode 1, Kevin Ibanez in the house. The only person other than my girl to see Donovan Sharp up close and personal. Let's go right to the top. Spartacus Jackson is first. V for Velian, good to see you in here. Ben Fast says squad up. Shamari Henry says Sunday Eagles. That's right. Super Bowl Sunday in just a few days. Big Brother in Life. Good to see you in here. Freelance Ronan, Simply Deep, 1985. Aslam Mahdi, shout out to you. Mod Squad in the house. Banks Audio Group. Loyalty Squared. Shamari Henry says he hasn't been here in a while. Been a rough semester. I ain't worried about it. Dr. Nut says white women have those huge succulent bologna winged ham sandwich coochie lips compared to most black women. These nuts, you're a fucking liar, dude. Get out of here with that. What, so we should fuck with black women because you say that white girls have basically roast beef between their legs? No. I fucked a lot of white girls and most of them don't have roast beef lips. That's just how it is. Now, the ones who have been fucked by cocks into the triple and quadruple digits, yeah. Their pussy's been blown out. But guess what? My girl doesn't have that. She doesn't have bologna, sandwich, wing, whatever. Like, enough with the... Listen, dude, if you're going to come in here with that black woman propaganda, that's a bunch of bullshit. Shout out to Paul Sanabria, a longtime listener, contributor with the $5 super chat, says, keep preaching, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, dude. Like, even if that were true, even if what you were saying were true, black women have more attractive pussies than white girls, that's still not even... It doesn't even make any sense. But even if that were true, even if black women had more attractive vaginas than white girls, dude, white girls still blow away black girls. You can fuck all the black pussy you want. I'll pass. Which is good news because it's more for you. Supervillain 100. Good to see you in here. Lorenzo Davis says, am I ready for the Super Bowl? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. S. Brown says, you the man. Good to see you in here. Mike Silent says, finally catching a live show. This nigga Henry says, Donovan, I got to start dating non-black girls because black women are a headache. You're just now figuring that out? Oh my God. Dude, listen, I suffer from migraine headaches and a temper problem as it is, dude. Black women are just bad for my health. That's just all there is to it. Fly Guy said, what's up, chat? Love the topic. Now, Fly Guy, I don't know if Fly Guy is a troll or not, but there's another. No, actually, that's another dude. Never mind. There's a nigga out there, and I'm not going to say his name, but he's a big-time hater of your boy. And the reason he's a hater, he won't say why he's a hater, but it's because I'm light-skinned and I talk the way I do. So he automatically discounts what I say. Fuck that nigga. And if I ever see him in the chat room, he did a video talking about, oh, Shay, if you have him on, please send me the link. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man. Like, every nigga who says they want to debate me, never do. Like, for serious, get out of here with that. You ain't trying to come on my show and debate me, nigga. You're content sitting in your car like every other nigga does, talking shit. Man, let me, like Derek Chat, let me spit some game. It's all, nigga, get you a studio, get you a professional mic. Don't be these basic ass niggas who just sit down and talk in their car. Put some effort in, and maybe I'll have you on my goddamn show. You ain't about to come debate me, and you ain't done shit, nigga. I've written almost 200 articles, man. I've got almost 200 shows on YouTube, and you're gonna talk to me about. Nigga, please. I'm not even going to say this nigga's name, man, because I'm not trying to get into beefs. I'm not trying to do that anymore. Rob Cruz, shout out to you with the $5 super chat. Says, I'm up in here. Good to see you. Karan Smith says, I need them white girls. Absolutely. The Fly One says, I am Tom Lakis on steroids. Maybe. Maybe Tom Lakis on HGH, right? Maybe. Dr. D's Nuts says the sandwich has been good to me. Fair enough. ETF 42 making an appearance in the towers, part of the mod squad. Dude probably has as much red pill awareness as I do, and I'm not exaggerating. Lorenzo Davis says, how do you handle your anger? Professor Donovan. I have an anger management counselor. I talk to him once a week to help me to control my anger problem. I've had him for, oh God, I want to say almost a year. I think about a year, almost a year. But most of this, I actually had an appointment. I actually talked to him yesterday. It was the first time I talked to him in about a month. And but yeah, that's how I handled my anger problem, or that's how I currently handle it. I have an anger management. I have an anger management counselor, so that's how that goes. Ben Fast says, American white girls are also very corrupted by Western feminism. Asian and Latinas are probably a better option at this point. I would agree. Long-term relationship-wise, Asian girls and Latina girls are probably, it really just kind of depends, right? Well, you know what? Let me, that's a good point, Ben Fast, but it doesn't matter what a girl's nationality is. Any woman who is born and raised in the United States of America is going to is going to be a slut, right? In my book, my ebook that I wrote for Donovan, for O'Shea, The Black Man's Revenge, The Black Man's Guide to Dating White Girls and Other Non-Black. God damn, my nose itches. I don't want to pick my nose on air, so give me a second, guys. Anyway, in that ebook, I talked about the fact that regardless of a woman's nationality, there's the black girl mindset and the white girl mindset. And both mindsets are slutty mindsets. So yeah, if you go down to South America, and I don't even know, like I hear stories from Quintus Curtius all the time, down in Mexico, Brazil, James Maverick, you know, they're every bit as slutty as American girls now. You know, a lot of that, like there are some places in South America where you can find traditional girls, but even they're starting to be corrupted. Girls in Asia, I don't know. Asian and Latina girls, if they're Americanized, they're still going to be sluts. White girls are going to be sluts. That's just all there are. Nigel Diggs in the house. Alan LT, Truth from Troy in the house. Ben Fast, once again, says white girls almost always dip into the white guy pool for that beta bucks long-term cuck. Absolutely. Absolutely. ETF 42 echoes my sentiment. He says, I think women of all races are a lot more similar than they are different. Yes, women of all races are similar. It depends upon the culture It depends upon the culture that they're in. If you're raised in American culture, regardless of your nationality, you are going to be a slut. If a black girl is raised in Eastern Europe, she's going to value relationships more. Dude, ask my friend Kyle Trouble. Him and I talk all the time. Girls in Eastern Europe are far more traditional. They're not going to fuck you as fast. They're not like American girls. So it really depends upon the environment where they are raised. Big Brother in Life says, does the Hydromax pump work? Yes, I use it myself. Andre Israel says, trying to get me a white girl right now. I got you, bruh. I got you. Come over to the light side. Truth from Troy says, just a random nigga trying to jump on the live. Man, I'm telling you, man. It looks like he had a question. So who knows? But yeah, I don't like it when people just try to send me a request to come. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, I'm live. I'm doing a show. Fuck out of here. Jean-Curtis Debonair. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Says, be the dick that drives your success. Love it. Barry CEO. Good to see you. Ben Fast says, those first day moderator requests, right? Hey, Donovan, love the show. Can I be a mod? Nigga, no. Like, I've known you for 12 seconds. I'm not going to mod you. Fuck out of here. Ornell Waters says, finally caught you live. Kobe Anthony. Oh, nigga, I was pissed off at you the other day, man. Ooh. I'm not going to put Kobe Anthony on blast. But yeah, man. We're cool. We're cool, but yeah, man, that nigga pissed me off the other day. Holy shit. He's cool. Don't jump on him. He's cool. He, you know. Don Bosolini says Keith Sweat wannabe. That Carlton Banks joint Ben Fast is a funny motherfucker. Like it. Like it. Blogs by Ren. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Blogs by Ren, ladies and gentlemen, is a black woman. And she says, hey, guys. Bitch, honestly, man, listen, I'm about 3/4 of the way down from the chats, right? If I see you, I'm telling you right now, if I see you in here trying to attention whore and hijack my chat with the snowflaking and, well, I cook my man all kinds of meals and I wear this, bitch, you are out of here. I'm just letting you know. You can observe, right? You can observe, but I don't like that, hey, guys, bullshit. You're in here trying to get attention. You say, matter of fact, if she says one more goddamn thing in this motherfucker, somebody ban her. Because I don't like women in my chat. Fuck that. The only reason why women come into chats like this is to attention whore, right? You guys have no interest in changing anybody's mind. You guys just want to talk about how you're different, how you've had 3 serious boyfriends in your life and has never you fucked 4 guys in your life. You're traditional. You cook for your man. You suck them. You fuck them. You're marriage material, but you're on YouTube telling people about how different you are. Not into that. Hate that shit. And by the way, if a woman ever comes into the chat and says this hey guys stuff, don't pay her any mind, guys. Don't pay her any mind. Oh my God, Donovan, you're being a dick. Yes, that's right. That's who I am. I'm a dick. I don't give a fuck. Deron Brown in the house says, unfortunately, stereotypically, black men are seen as sex objects. White men are seen as wealth objects. Which is better? Deron, you're hijacking my shit, dude. See, Deron Brown showing that clairvoyance. Him and ETF 42 blowing up my show before I get off my show. You gotta watch out for these red pill niggas, man. They always give your show away. Very, very good point, Deron, and we're definitely gonna get to that. King Nick says it depends upon what you want. Oh, let's see this. He asks him to explain. Let's see. Oh no, we got another woman in here. Says, I feel like black men being seen as alphas by default makes women desire. Oh, never mind. Desirous for sex. Okay, never mind. Not a woman. I misjudged. Never mind. Doesn't look like I see a response there from Nick. Wow, ETF 42. Long-term commitment is for her benefit, not yours. That's why ETF 42 is a mod, bruh. That's what's up. Facts. Ah, here he is. King Nick says, Deron Brown, you wrote stereotypically black men are seen as sex objects, white men are blah 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 blah. If you're just looking to smash, only option 1 matters. No, Nick, you're wrong. I'm with Deron. Deron said stereotypically, which means not all black men, but guess what? I'm gonna get to that here in just a second. We are seen as sex objects by white girls. Doesn't matter what we want, right? And listen, girls are looking for white guys to smash them too, but they're also looking for long-term commitment. depending upon where they are. Just because I'm looking to smash doesn't mean she's not looking for a long-term relationship. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yeah, Nick, I'm on the side of Duran here. He is absolutely right. Supreme Clientele says Donovan hit the nail at a spring break. This white girl I had no interest in threw herself at me, approached her with expectations of failure, was surprised at how receptive she was to me. Man, I'm trying to tell you, this is how it is. This is how it is. Shout out to Shamari Henry, says love Donovan's content. It's a shame these liberal, raped, bitter black chicks. I'll read that in a second. Shout out to King Nick with the $10. Right after I disagreed with King Nick, he donates me. He donates $10 on Super Chat. Says great work in Channel Donovan. I knew I remembered your name from the ROK days. Appreciate the love. And listen, I can respectfully disagree with people, even though they hit me up with the $10 Super Chat. Appreciate the support, Nick. Glad that you know me from the ROK days. Appreciate that. Anyway, Shamari Henry says, King Nick's probably said, man, fuck that, Nick. I'm taking this money back. Anyway, says it's a shame these liberal, raped, bitter black chicks are going to try to get him off. It's inevitable. I'm broke, but I need to donate at least once to the towers. I agree. Donate what you can. Don't go broke trying to support me, guys. Like, seriously. You know, don't go broke doing that. Tanner Williams says, fuck that. I'm not looking to the LTR any chick. I'll take the sex. Can't say I blame you. Jirag says, I missed out on many white girls as a black man because I clearly did not know this. I have wasted chances on at least 20 girls. I believe you, man. I believe you. ETF42 says, slutwalks are just women who want attention and respect for something that is easy to do. God damn, ETF. ETF needs your own show, dude. Needs your own show. Like it. Nikea says, white girls, easy to approach, easy to flirt with. They are more likely to give you obvious, I'm down to fuck signals. They get more discerning when it's time to get serious about being long-term. And man, you guys are good. I'm going to get to this. I'm going to get to this later. Kevin Ibanya says, is it true that white girls suck better cock than black girls? Yes. You want to know why? Because white girls suck more cock than black girls. That's why. Black women don't suck dick. We know it. They know it. Everybody knows it. And I'm sure there's a black girl. Well, I suck my nigga's dick. No, you don't. Ask any dude. Again, anytime there's a stereotype, the general consensus, it's a stereo. There is always a truth to the stereotype, right? White girls are more receptive to anal sex, right? Well, that's because they are. Black women don't suck dick. That's because they don't. That doesn't mean every black chick doesn't suck dick, but guess what? Girl for girl, like if you took 100 black women and 100 white girls, 5 black women suck dick, 95 white girls suck dick. I don't know how accurate that is, but you guys get the point. Sauce Chapeau says Mr. Sharp is always on point. Shout out from Australia. Ace Boogie says proud of how your show is doing. Appreciate that. We're actually approaching 157 people watching. God damn. On the main channel, we got 14. On the backup channel, I'm going to tell you what, guys. How many people we got watching on YouTube or on, let's see how many people we got watching on Facebook. Only 3 on Facebook. No big deal. A lot of people aren't really comfortable with watching videos on Facebook. Got 3 viewers on Twitter. Do like V for Velian says, get the likes up. Trying to get 100 likes per video. All right, let us move to the second half of the show. Another observation that I made, something that Duran and ETF42 alluded to, is that white girls rarely think of black men in terms of a long-term relationship. At least at first. Shout out to Duran Brown. He says, I never got my dick sucked by a black chick. You don't even have to ask white girls. Yeah, exactly, dude. White girls do it. I mean, they're on autopilot with that shit. Anyway, today's American female is encouraged to ride the cock carousel until she's well into her 30s, then settle down with a beta schlub to fulfill the other side of her dualistic sexual imperative. Alpha fucks, beta bucks. Now, most of the time, that unlucky cuck is a white guy, especially if she's a high-value female, right? The only time 9s and 10s, white girl 9s and 10s marry outside their race is if he is wealthy. Oil tycoons, professional athletes. recording artists, etc. Now, the United States has come a long way as far as the overall acceptance of interracial dating is concerned, specifically between black women and white men, we all know. But it still carries a measure of taboo, however underground it may be. For that reason, just like Deron Brown said, and he is 100% accurate, he said black men are mainly viewed as a phase when seen with a younger woman who isn't black, right? Or a how Stella got her groove back type of fling when she's seen with when he's seen with an older woman of a different race, right? That's how that works. Shout out to Steel Z with the $5 super chat. Black girls suck dick, but they make a big freaking deal out of it. Donovan, tell us why you bounced out of the Vegas area. I'll get to that in a second. I will get to that in a second. So like I said, outside of the wealthy, it is highly uncommon for women to think of black men as long-term partners, right? And there are a lot of factors involved. The perceived lack of future provisioning potential, social stigma. Okay, those are all major deterrents to white women with options as far as marriage or settling down is concerned. The obvious exception being, of course, black women who chase black men like fat kids chase ice cream trucks. That's how that was. However, white girls in this country are mystified by the lure of the black male, right? They'd be lying if they didn't admit they were a little curious about the once you go black, you don't go back adage. And let's keep it real here. They all buy into the big black cock myth. They all think we're walking around with 25-inch slongs like you see in porn. That's why they want to take a walk on the dark side. So the advantage to rarely being thought of as a long-term relationship, it leads to a lot of easy pussy for black men, especially with today's slutty women. Now, again, obviously not all black men are porn stars between the sheets, equipped with 19-inch dicks that can make women squirt all over the place. Me personally, I do not have a 19-inch cock. It's close, but not quite. I couldn't say that with a straight face. My cock is almost 19 inches, right? Almost, give or take. Women who have experience with more than one black man, they know this, right? But the hamsters of those, the rationalization hamsters of those white women who have never crossed over, they just can't help themselves. Guys, they have to know. So as soon as the opportunity presents itself to a woman who's even a little bit curious, they throw the pussy at you. If a white girl has never fucked a black guy and she wants to try it out, you'll be so I've fucked so many white girls who will tell me, well, I'm a little bit embarrassed, but you're like the first white guy, or you're the first black guy I've ever fucked. And I don't want my boyfriend or husband to know. One of my best friends down in Vegas has a sister who's married to a lawyer. She told me her sister fucked black guys all through college, and she says her sister guards that secret with her life. And I'm actually gonna do an episode on why it is that a white girl who dates a black guy even once in her life is a deal breaker for white guys. Trust it. Listen, I got a friend right now who lives in North Carolina. She was engaged to a white guy. Dude, she's pregnant with this child. Blended family. They were looking at buying a house together, etc., etc. He found out this past Sunday that she had been with a black guy, that her ex was black. He blew everything up. He says, get your shit, get out of my house, nigger lover. This is what he said. Everything was said, right? And I know I've kind of veered off, but I'm telling you, that is a deal breaker. That's how this goes. Anyway, the disadvantage to being rarely thought of as long-term relationship material is, unless you believe in ridiculous notions like the American dream and not all women are like that, there are no disadvantages, guys. White girls they rarely fantasize about the suburban white picket fence lifestyle with a black man, okay? And a good number of them do fantasize about a short-term tryst, a short-term affair with a black guy. That makes white girls, that makes some of them just about as easy to game as single mothers of all races, especially if they indicate that they're looking to broaden their horizons. Another advantage, and the very last advantage, or the last consideration with regards to approaching white girls don't waste a black man's time. Now, because I know, me personally, because I know that I'm not often thought of as long-term relationship material. And let me just go backwards here. We're never thought of as long-term relationship material at first. But if you spend, listen, if you spend enough time with a white girl and she really likes you, eventually she is going to angle for a long-term relationship. Doesn't matter what your race is. When you're involved with a girl, you make her feel safe, you make her feel sexy, you make her feel desired. She feels safe with you, she feels protected, you know how to keep her in line. Your race ceases to become an issue with her. Outside of where you are, yes, she'll notice people looking and gawking. She'll notice black women not serving them quite as quickly. I may or may not have experience with that. But just because she didn't think of you as long-term relationship material at first doesn't mean that she's not going to later. I have fucked many, many white girls who wasn't even, all they wanted to do was fuck. 5 or 6 months down the line, well, I want this thing of ours to be official or I gotta go. That's how this is. So no, we're not thought of as long-term relationship material at first, but the longer you spend time with one, if she recognizes you as a high-value male, regardless of your race, she's going to make an angle to be with you long-term. Now, getting back to white girls don't waste a black man's time. So because I know that I'm not often thought of as long-term relationship material at first, I have resigned myself to the fact that my race makes me little more than a mere novelty. And a lot of niggas, a lot of these intellect niggas out here will say, Donovan Sharp doesn't, he thinks of himself as a novelty. I'm keeping it real. My sexual market value is of the exotic variety, more often than not. This means that some women want to definitely give men like me a try at least once, and some do not. Some are curious, as is all the case with novelties. No, this doesn't mean that I think I'm less valuable than white guys. This doesn't mean that this doesn't mean that I have the lowest self-esteem. I recognize an obvious truth. Me being a black man, white girls see me as just something to try. Something exotic, something to try at least once. This is how it is. Talking about white girls. And no, I don't give a shit. So the advantage to this is very little wasted time. When I approach white girls day or night, they usually make it clear rather quickly whether or not they're interested. Like that's how it is. If they are, they start shooting off rapid fire indicators of interest and they shamelessly just flirt away. If they're not, they don't waste much time leading me on, right? They've already decided, listen, I'm not into black guys. They shut me down on the spot. Now, the disadvantage to this is a lot of rejection, guys. This is the disadvantage. And most white girls, and I would probably put the number at somewhere around 2 out of 3, high sexual market white girls, hot white girls, they're just not into black guys. That's just how it is. So having a taste for high quality white girls, that can cause a temporary slip in standards when you're going through a dry streak, right? I mean, listen, man, I'm as guilty as anyone out there for occasionally bottom feeding during a slump. No, I'm not talking about fat girls. I've never fucked a fat girl. Maybe I'll hit on a white girl who's like maybe a 6.5, something like that. Now, the silver lining to this disadvantage is that it destroys approach anxiety pretty goddamn quick, right? Less waste of time. Let's do the math here. If you're wasting less time on white girls, right? This means more approaches over the course of any given day. But that also means more swings and misses, right? You're going to get to approach a lot more girls, but you're going to fail a lot more. This is just the numbers game. Guys, I've been turned down by a shitload of numbers, a shitload of women over the years, especially when I was first starting out in game. But getting rejected by a high number of women, a high volume of women early in my development, that decreased my learning curve, which completely eliminated my ego and made me completely fearless. Right? Like, dude, my friends down in Vegas are like, dude, how the hell are you just able to walk up to girls and start a conversation with them? Dude, I've been turned down and blown out every conceivable way, dozens, probably hundreds of times. I'm impervious to this shit. Like, it's numb to me. Like, hey, I'm Donovan. I don't really want to know your name. You need to get away. Shrug your shoulders and walk off. That's all that does. One of my best friends, I refer to him often as Paul. I've known for now over 20 years. He is a tall, great-looking guy. I'm telling you, blonde hair, blue eyes, fucking underwear model. He is every fucking American slut's dream. When we used to go out for a night on the town, he consistently pulled quality chicks a lot easier than I did, even though my game level is much higher than his. He's got a little bit of game, no shade on Paul, but he naturally attracts women to him, so he hasn't really had to hone his skills in the art of seduction. Me personally, I always have to work a little bit harder than he does, which is perfectly okay because I now have a deeper understanding in terms of how the game works. That's just how this is. Acknowledgement and acceptance of your abilities and your limitations are paramount for survival in every aspect of life, regardless of race. Men of all races in the West, in America, the Western Hemisphere, we all have a unique set of strengths and weaknesses that apply to game. Okay? Understanding what those are will help a man come to terms with a lot of questions about why things happen the way they do, good, bad, or ugly when dealing with women. Shout out to Jamaican Peppa with the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. If you have questions, comments, show ideas, or personal stories you'd like to share, or if you see an article, a video, a blog post, or a story, or anything else you think that would be a great show topic, send those into donovansharp@gmail.com. Oh, getting back to, Stensley asked a question. I did give you a shout out for the super chat. Give me a second. Let me scroll back up here. Man, you guys are active tonight. So shout out to Stensley for the super chat. He asked me, I forget what the question was, but he said, what was it that ended up driving me out of Las Vegas? Why did I make the move? A lot of people ask me this question all the time. Donovan, you talk about Vegas, it's a great city, this and that and the other. Like, why did you leave? Oh, okay. He asked, a lot of people ask me, well, why did you leave? Right? Well, the reason I left Vegas is because I had a lot of bad habits down in Vegas. Okay. I spent an exorbitant amount of time and I accomplished a lot of great things just outside of women when I was in Las Vegas. I was still spending too much money on girls. Dude, I was doing fucking blow every weekend. I mean, dude, when I first started this podcast, was I still living in Vegas? I can't even remember. I moved from Las Vegas. I moved to Reno in September of 2016. And I can't remember. Anyway, I had a lot of bad habits in Las Vegas. You know, too much time on girls, way too much time on drugs. No, I was never addicted to cocaine. Thank God I wasn't. So listen, a lot of my friends did. And man, I'm telling you what, cocaine is the world's greatest substance. My God, it is unbelievable. But when you're in a place where that stuff is just readily available, there's fucking good looking girls all the time. It was only a matter of time before I went broke, I developed a cocaine addiction, and maybe I knock a fucking chick up. Or maybe I get a girl pregnant. Maybe I even catch an STD. I consider myself to be lucky that I got the hell out of there. And dude, Vegas is always going to be like number one in my mind. But the reason I moved from Las Vegas is because my lifestyle down there, it was fast, man. A lot of girls, a lot of drugs. It was a good time, but it wasn't sustainable. You know, I was 39 years old. I had just turned 39. And I just thought to myself, dude, like, I'm getting ready to be 40 years old, dude. Like, I can't live this lifestyle anymore because it was starting to get out of control. When I'll tell you what, I knew that I had to leave Vegas. I remember this one time, and this is a funny story to tell, but I remember I think it was either a Friday or a Saturday. Me and my friend, we had done blow on Thursday and Friday, and had done blow again on Saturday. So, dude, I don't know. Fucking hell, man. We spent way too much money on cocaine that weekend. Anyway, so we're doing blow, we're drinking, having a good time. We've got these girls around. I guess I blacked out because I woke up in a development, in a housing development called Falcon Crest. Charles Merchant, you know exactly where I'm talking about. I had no idea how I got there. I had no idea how I got there, and I didn't know where my car was. And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's a great dude. Where's my car?" What's that movie called? The Hangover. Oh my God, great story to tell. Yeah, it's all fun and games, guys, but dude, like, that's not the way to live life, man. Anything could have happened, man. I don't know who I fucked. I don't know if I used protection. I know that when I got up to pee, piss was going everywhere. So guess what? I fucking raw dogged the chick, man. And dude, we spent the night with strippers that night. So we did a lot of blow, a lot of cocaine. Dude, for all I know, I might have knocked up a stripper, caught an STD. I don't know. I've been tested, right? And I haven't been hit up by child support. You know, a 2-year-old kid isn't at the door, anything like that. But dude, you can't live that kind of lifestyle. You just, as fun and as crazy and as exciting as it sounds, I'm here to tell you it's a great life. But shit was getting out of control, man. And it was all fun and games because I found my car and this and that and the other. But dude, the cocaine come down. It sucks. You know, too many bad things could have happened. So that's the main reason I moved out of Las Vegas. Because if I hadn't, dude, I'd probably have an STD. I'd probably have a couple of kids. And I probably would have blown all my money on blow. Just to keep it real with you guys. So, guys, subscribe to Donovan's Den today on Patreon for just $5 a month. I have added my banned from YouTube series, right? I put on the videos. Yeah, Paul Sanabria said shit's not good at 39, right? I agree. I agree, man. I agree. You know, Las Vegas, it was the typical case of a dude. I'd never had success with women before I moved to Vegas. All of a sudden, I started fucking bad bitches all the time. And these bad bitches knew dudes in high places, strip club owners, owners of car dealerships, owners of, I knew one guy who was the owner of a cleaning service. Like he had a contract for a couple of the office, a couple of casinos to clean. So the guy was rich. Yeah, we've got some high grade hair. Dude, I was always doing blow, getting high for free, man. And then, you know, you kind of separate from those people and now you start getting blow for yourself. Just not a good life to be involved in. Anyway, I've included episodes banned from YouTube. In other words, these are the episodes that are demonetized by YouTube. Does size matter? The cougar myth. Why women need to be trained like dogs. The episode that got me banned for 90 days, right? I'm not going to say it on the air, but if you subscribe to Patreon, if you subscribe to Donovan's Den on Patreon for $5 a month, you will find out what that episode was. I will also include the episode 195, the episode that I did on Tuesday, which, incidentally enough, was approved by YouTube for monetization after further review. Can't understand that. But that doesn't mean it won't get flagged by black women. So tomorrow, I will be putting that full episode on Patreon to take any ammo away from those bitches. We can't be having that. All right, let's do another check of the towers. Rome G says, crazy. Crazy thing is, I'm 34 and have never been to Las Vegas. Have you heard you can drink in public? I heard it's hella bitches is at parties all the time. It's technically against the law to drink in public, but everybody on the strip has a drink in their hand, and the Vegas Police Department, they're not going to arrest everybody. Yes, there are hella fucking bitches, and yes, it is parties all the goddamn time. Yes, listen, if you're a man who is looking to get laid, go to Las Vegas. That's how it is. Whoa, 180 people watching. Mr. Old School Writer says we are close to 200. Jesus Christ. Sharp Assist said freeloaders get banned. So get free content and delete your pledge. Don't do it. It's short-sighted. I'm going to put y'all niggas on blast tomorrow, right? Got a lot of people who like to subscribe to Donovan's Den around the 1st of the month or on the 1st of the month, right? Then right around the end of the month, you guys delete your pledge, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna put y'all niggas on blast. Ooh, Contrarian Expatriate says, quote, biggest con of going for white girls, onlooking white men who try to passively, aggressively cockblock or try to eavesdrop or interfere with your white girl game. Guys, he is 100% dead on, man. 100% dead on. Could not agree. Mr. Redskins 562 says, is Kratom better than blow? Hell no. Are you kidding me? Dude, is Kratom better than cocaine? Fuck no, it's not. You kidding me with that shit? Dude, cocaine is the neck. Oh my God, dude. Don't even get me started on cocaine. Dude, I remember the very first line of cocaine I ever did was in Las Vegas, man. I don't even know who the fuck it was from. But the girl was like, here, try it. And I was like, what is that? It was like crystal meth, because I didn't want to do. I've done meth a couple of times. Not for me. So she's like, no, it's not meth. It's just, she says it's a lot. It's just try it. Dude, I did that first line of coke. Dude, I said, wow. Dude, honestly, man, I probably did 3 grams myself. I probably did a fucking 8-ball. And I was so afraid. I was like, dude, I'm going to overdose. And the girl was like, relax, chill out. As long as you eat and drink while you're doing the blow, you're not going to OD. I was like, okay. A lot of short straws. a lot of short straws in Donovan Sharp's crib up in Las Vegas. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. God almighty. I might, you know what, man? I might do another Patreon series, The Cocaine Chronicles of Donovan Sharp. Tell you what. Oh, Don Jeffy says, niggers make me sick. Fuck you, niggers. Dude, if you're going to come in here and troll black people, like if you want to be derogatory, the word niggers, right? Like that's, I don't know about other black guys, but as far as I'm concerned, if you call me a nigger, fuck you, nigger. I'll never forget. This is funny. I was living in Atlanta. It was right before I moved to Vegas. And I used to drive I worked for a mattress company. And basically, I just drove a 24-foot box truck 10, 11 hours a day. So we're out in probably out by Athens, actually. Athens, Georgia, right past, it was right around Gainesville, Georgia. Anyway, country store, whatever. We go in, typical bad, what do you call it? Gas station food, hot dogs made of whatever, potato chips, Coke, whatever. Me and the guy I was driving with. So we put that on there. And so I gave him a $50 bill, right? And he says, oh, I didn't know niggers carried anything over a 20. Didn't even let it phase me. I was like, I $50 bills a lot. I was like, can you change it? He said, yeah. Like he didn't expect me. He wanted me to reach over the counter and throttle him. It didn't piss me off. And I think the reason for that is because I was raised on military bases. The N-word doesn't bother me. Didn't have that effect on me. So Don Jeffy says, niggers make me sick. I'm mad. Kill white people. Is that the reaction that you want, Don? I hate white people. He called me a nigger. I'm going crazy. Come on, man. Gotta be more creative than that. Ben Fast says BBC porn is huge, right? Yes, it is. It is. Absolutely. Blaster says, I love white girls. Blaster has a fetish for Stormy Daniels. Like, Blaster is every day in this motherfucker talking about Stormy Daniels. He keeps asking, how do I get a girl like Stormy Daniels? I don't know. Hold on, let me look up Stormy Daniels. Let me see what she looks like. Stormy Daniels. Images. Oh yeah, she's hot. I'd fuck her. Actually, no. She's a porn star. Like, if you ever put your dick in a porn star, it would literally dissolve. Like, as your dick is like entering, like you pull your dick out, you don't have a dick. I believe the vagina of a porn star literally melts off. Oh, there's a picture of her and Donald Trump. Oh, is that the porn star that Donald Trump fucked? I'll be goddamned. All right. Go ahead, Trump. Fucked you a porn star. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, I would never stick my dick in a porn star. Like, even if you had a condom on, her vagina, her pussy would melt off the condom. Like, ugh. ETF42 says women are sexually rebellious too. There's nothing more exciting to them than doing what is forbidden sexually. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, white girls will be like, oh, my God, if my dad or my husband found out, oh, he would kill me. And they always have this look of bemused excitement on their face. Bastlex or Bastlex says, are white women dating light-skinned niggas a deal breaker for white guys too? Or is it only pure black? Nah, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you are a black guy, that is a deal breaker. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Deron Brown says oh, wait a minute. Says white guys can't handle women loving black men. I've had a few fights with frat guys. Wow. God damn, dude. I've never had a white guy try to fight me because that would have been very that would have ended very, very badly. Justin Kudo with the $5 super chat says, if you ask If a girl asks you for party favors, she is asking if you have blow. Yes, of course, that's standard. If a girl asks, do you like to party? Right? That's another dead giveaway. So, good observation there. Shout out to One Titans with the $5 super chat. Says, the white female friends I've had say that black men would be surprised just how many white girls could either date or fuck black men. Yes, white girls know they can fuck black guys because they're white girls. Think about, oh man, think about like black men dating black women, and then all of a sudden white girls make themselves available to them. Of course we're gonna jump ship. Black women are insufferable. Oh my God. I'm not gonna make this another bash black women episode. I mean, I'm already skating on thin ice as it is with episode 195 still up. But yes, good observation there by One Titans. Blaster says, Donovan, you messed up my fantasy. What, you think Donald Trump is packing a 10-inch cock? Dude, he's old and decrepit. He's got rock solid game, but dude, Donald Trump's dick is shriveled up. Of course Stormy Daniels fucked him. He's Donald Trump. You can still fuck her. Truth from Troy says, I'd recommend white girls from Europe. Truth from Troy says, glad you got out of there. Yeah, man. Dude, the Vegas life was wonderful. It really, really was. But you have to recognize when shit's getting too real. Like, you gotta recognize that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. David Chavez says, once you go black, you're a single mother. Sharp assist. Banned him from that. Listen, a lot of times it's true, man. Common sense says black women are terrible. Mr. Old School Writer says Trump is a lock for 2020 for fucking a porn star. Ay. That's going to do it for TSR, for this edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my super chatters. Episode 200 is coming up very, very soon. I've got some changes in mind for that. Thank you guys very much for watching. Shout out to Tony Davis with €5. Talk to you guys tomorrow.